you guys think? Think I should run them? What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today's video, guys, we're gonna be talking about the goals for Onyx for 2021. So without further ado, let's get this video started. All right, guys, so we are out in the car now. I'm actually doing this in the car because it is extremely cold and very windy today, and I don't want you guys to have to deal with that super loud, obnoxious wind noise. All right, guys, so before we get this video started, I need to run to AutoZone. I would run to Napa, but I think they close at 4 on Sunday. But got to run to AutoZone, got to pick up some oil for Onyx here. He actually needs an oil change. And so we're gonna go to the shop and do an oil change on him and talk about what our goals are for 2021 and some of the big stuff that we're gonna be trying to get for Onyx here. But with that being said, let's make our way to AutoZone. Cold start from inside the car. No. See, guys, that's what you get with a carbureted car. Sometimes it doesn't always stay running. One more time. That's what you gotta do. You just gotta keep it idled up. Don't worry, it'll be fine once it gets warmed up. And also, first things first, guys, since we are on the way to AutoZone, if you are enjoying the video so far, please be sure to smash that like button down below, click the notification bell, and yeah, I'd really appreciate that because it helps out the video a lot. If you guys could please drop a comment down below, that also helps a lot too. Helps push the videos through the YouTube algorithms, and like I say, guys, we're trying to grow this year, and I'd really appreciate it if you could help me with that. What you guys think? Think I should run them? It's the V6 though, he might get me. No! Monica! I just got gapped. He gave me the gap sauce. AutoZone, the place of all your parts and accessory needs. Ah yes, the place that pays my bills. Let's get in here and see if we can find a spot that's open. Looks like this spot will work just fine. My toolbox is right there anyway. Sorry guys, I had to get a little hoodlum rev in there. You know that stereotypical Mustang guy that always revs his car up way too much? That's me. Okay, so now we got Onyx in here. Let's take and get him up on the lift, get this oil changed, and continue with this video. Going up. Slowly but surely. On today's episode of how to change oil, first, drain it out. Also guys, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I didn't change my ear. Wow. Also guys, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I didn't change the oil in Onyx all year last year. Now I know that may sound really bad, but I only put maybe 2,500 to 3,000 miles on Onyx last year. I don't drive this car a ton. I mainly drive my truck and stuff throughout the week. Just because of the way this car is built, I mean, it's really just a play car on the weekends. That's really what it's for. Could I daily driver it? Yes. But this car is worse on gas than my truck, which is a diesel, which is bad. Then once your oil is drained, you want to take your impact and run your oil plug in.
2 hours later.
That's good. Oh yeah, and guys, don't worry. This impact, I had it put on level 1. Check this out. Wait, focus. Oh, there it goes. Level 1. I'll put it this way, this thing on level 1, maybe 10 inch-pounds of torque. It's very weak, very weak. So yeah, don't blow up my comments saying you should never put it in with the impact. It's a joke. I know how weak this thing is on level 1. And on Mustangs, guys, you get 2 oil drain plugs because they're twice as good as Camaros. And also, guys, while I was up under here, I took some time to polish the exhaust down with some Scotch-Brite, get it a little cleaner. It's not perfect, but it looks a lot better than it did. It was super dirty, but now it looks pretty good. Just look how simple this is. Who wouldn't want to carb swap their car? I mean, it's just so simple. There's nothing really up under here. I need to do something with these spark plug wires, and really need to make my own. The factory ones, they don't really fit that great. They kind of stretched out on some of them pretty tight, and some of them was like way too long, but yeah, it doesn't look good, but we'll get that fixed up. Also guys, I have fixed my venting issue where it was pushing oil out of the dipstick. Okay, so with the PCV system I had on it, what it was doing, don't know why, I never had it happen before, but it was sticking the PCV valve shut at high RPM. And of course what that would allow it to do is build crankcase pressure, and then when it did that, it would take and push the oil out of the dipstick. It wasn't a lot, but it was, you know, enough to where it would make it smoke really bad. And you've seen that in a couple videos. What I did to fix it, guys, I went with an oil catch can. I haven't showed you guys this yet, but I got it mounted right there. I do not have it vented on both sides because that breather right there, this is actually a vented breather. So it's actually breathing right here. And this one, I have the hose running off this over to the catch can right here. And ever since I've done that, the car has been perfectly fine. I do want to take and get it to where that breather is hooked up to here, but I got to find a breather that matches, that has a nipple that comes off of it. But right now it's working fine. I wish there was a block off I could put here rather than that rubber nipple, but it works, so I'm not too worried about it. Because I've had this same venting issue with 3 separate engines. One when I got it, 2 with the brand new engine, and then 3 with this junkyard motor. So I know it wasn't the engines, because you're not gonna get 3 engines in a row that just are have bad rings or, you know, something like that. That's just not gonna happen. Well, I say that, but you could. It could be possible. But I knew that wasn't what it was, because like I say, it has good compression on all cylinders. The leak down tests and all that stuff were good. So it just wasn't venting, but put a catch can on it, bam, fixed. All right guys, I know some of you have asked this question before, asked what kind of motor oil do I use in my Mustang. See, I actually use Valvoline. I use a VR1 2050 motor oil, and I know that's not focusing right now, but that is what it is. Hang on, there it is, got it. I use the Valvoline 2050 VR1, it's the racing oil. And the reason why I use this, guys, is because if it's good enough for my race cars, which are beat beyond belief all year long, and the motors hold up, and you take them apart at the end of the year and they still look pretty good, that's the reason why I use this stuff. If it's good enough for my race cars, it's definitely good enough for my car. And also this stuff has a lot of zinc in it, and zinc, if you didn't know, if you got zinc in oil, it is like a crush barrier between your rod bearings, crankshaft bearings, lifters, and all that stuff. It pretty much is like a preventable crush shield, and it actually gives them more, the oil, I think, more film strength. But yeah guys, that's what I use, and that's why I use it. Okay guys, now that we got the oil and everything changed in Onyx, we're gonna get on to the main part of this video, which is goals for 2021 and Onyx's New Year's resolution. And he has 3 New Year's resolutions this year, guys, and I'm gonna share with you what those are. So the first goal for this year, guys, for Onyx is to get this engine bay cleaned up and get it repainted and looking good, and also get the battery relocation kit. That way I can have the battery in the trunk. It needs new cables and stuff anyways, and it really honestly needs a new battery. That battery's 6 years old. But the main goal for doing that, guys, is just to get the engine bay nice and just better looking, because as you can tell, you know, the outside looks really, really good. Well, in my opinion, it does. And anyways, then you open the hood and you can tell how much different that black is here than that black. Like, you see the big difference there. Like, this is really faded. It needs to be redone. So at some point this year, we're going to be yanking out the engine and taking and going through and redoing and respraying the engine bay, and also taking and doing a lot of wire deleting, since we do have the fuel injection off of it. More than likely going to be taking out the wiring for the CCRM, because I don't actually need that anymore. I just put it in here just to save time, honestly, because I was trying to get the car running. And all this stuff over here, these wires that come from the engine over to the computer, I'll probably end up taking those wires out. And also, more than likely, I will end up doing a AC delete, because I really don't drive this car much, and when I do, even in the summertime, I still don't even use the AC, and the AC works. And like I say, Onyx is mainly just a fun toy to drive. You know, it's just a driver that you go out and you have fun in. You're not worried about AC, you're not worried about anything, you're just worried about having fun behind the wheel. I didn't build this car for comfort, that's not what it's for. I just wanted it to be fast, good driving, just fun, you know, weekend car. So that's goal number 1, guys, for this year, is get the engine bay and get it redone and nice and repainted and stuff. Goal number 2, guys, is to actually take and get a power adder on this thing. Now, I haven't decided which power adder I want to go with. There's 3 different kinds of power adders that I would like to do, and I mentioned this in a video last year, 1 being nitrous, 2 being turbo, or 3 go pro charged. So down in the comments below, guys, if you'd like to take and put your input in on what you have. If you do have like a system of forced induction or nitrous, or you know, a pro charge system or something like that, be sure to let me know down in the comments the pros and cons to it. It really helped me out to try to help me, you know, make my decision, because I really want a power adder on this thing. I just haven't decided yet. I'm just so indecisive, and I always have been. I'll put my mind on something, I'll be like, ooh, I want to get that for the car, and then 2 weeks later I'm like, nope, I want to get this for the car, you know, so on and so forth. And the last goal really for 2021 that I would like to do is take and get Onyx a T56 Magnum or something like that. Get a transmission swap in this thing, something that's gonna hold some power. And honestly, I really should do it before I do any power adders, but you know, why not have a little fun with what it's got in it now. The T5, it'll hold up to a little bit, as long as you don't just launch it in first gear with some drag radials. You know, it should hold up halfway decent. Yeah guys, I know the T5s are not very strong transmissions, but you'd be surprised. I've seen some people run some pretty low times in the 8¼ miles on stock transmissions. I'm not too much worried about anything other than the transmission on back, because it does have the Ford Performance aluminum drop shaft, and also have a built Yukon rear end with 31 spline Moser axles, so the axles and the rear end should be just fine to hold some power. So that is the 3 goals that I have for Onyx this year, guys, and I know that there'll probably be many more stuff added to that, but guys, that is the 3 main things that I would like to do. And down in the comments below, if you want to give me some hints of what you would like to see on the car this year, or what you would like to see on the channel this year, guys. I mean, give me video ideas, some content that you would like to see. You know, I'm open to ideas, except for street racing. Guys, I would love to have street racing on this channel, but that is just a big risk for this car. I don't mind going to the drag strip and doing stuff like that, but just risking it just for a YouTube video to go viral or something like that, don't get me wrong. Have a street race in the past? Yes. Have I got caught before? Yes. My first ever speeding ticket I got, guys, was when I was 17 years old. I was doing 103 in a 60.
Great success!
I was going 43 miles an hour over the speed limit, which made me lose my restricted license for one. It took all of the points off of it. Luckily, I didn't have to have SR22 or nothing like that, that crazy high insurance, because when I turned 18, everything cleared off my record. But guys, that is going to do it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making this video. And like I said, if this is your first time viewing my channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below and turn on that notification bell. That way you can stay up to date with all the videos that'll be coming out. And also be sure to smash the like button down below, guys. It really helps out the videos. Like I said, the algorithms and stuff, the more likes and comments you get, the better the videos do, and it pushes the video along through YouTube a lot better. But guys, that is going to do it for me and Onyx here. And until next time, we will see you later.